Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald tells a story of a millionaire, but not just any millionaire, but the self-made millionaire Jay Gatsby, and his love and pursuit for Daisy Buchanan. There are many other important characters throughout the story, and each character are all in search for the same thing. This thing or outcome is satisfaction and or wealth. The act of satisfaction, wealth, status, and happiness lead to characters in The Great Gatsby to forget their morals. Jay Gatsby does this when he makes money legally by bootlegging to attract Daisy. Gatsby, the protagonist of the story, has shown up in the Eggs, a wealthy part in New York, and moved across from a lady named Daisy Buchanan and her husband Tom. As the story progresses, we find out Gatsby has a shady background as a bootlegger, meaning he sells alcohol illegally, as it is banned during this time in the U.S. As we'll then learn of the character Daisy, we find out her and Gatsby used to be lovers, and that Gatsby has moved across from her to try to take her back, and he does this through bootlegging. It is shown when the narrator Nick says, Gatsby bought that house so that Daisy would be just across the street. After Gatsby moves across the street and uses his bootlegging money to do so, Tom finds out about Gatsby's past and confronts him in front of Daisy, showing Gatsby forgetting his morals. This is shown when Tom says, I found out what your drugstores were. He and his Wolfsheim bought up a lot of side street drugstores here in Chicago and sold grain alcohol over the counter. That's one of his little stunts. The literary device in this quote is a metaphor. It is a metaphor because on the outside it may seem harmful and fine, but on the inside it's actually deceptive and unethical. It's unethical just like Gatsby forgetting his morals. The fact that Tom did research on Gatsby to find out what his past was like shows that he knows that Gatsby is trying to go for Daisy, and he finds out that one of the reasons he's doing this is because of his bootlegging. Speaking on Tom forgets or dismisses his morals through his affairs to find happiness and satisfaction with Myrtle and her vitality. Tom is not cut and dry, though. His affairs have a specific background. Even though Tom is not happy with what Daisy is doing with Gatsby, he has been having an affair even before he found out. Tom has been cheating with Myrtle Wilson, the wife of George Wilson, who Tom is selling a car to. This is so he can have easy access to Myrtle. Tom is not attracted to Daisy anymore. He is attracted to a specific trait, which is vitality. This trait is exactly what Myrtle has, even though she is ugly and fat. But this is what Tom is attracted to. This behavior leads the reader to see Tom's lack of morals and his hypocrisy, and it is shown in the text when he says, her face above a spotted dress of dark blue crepe de chine contained no facet or gleam of beauty, but there was an immediately perceptible vitality about her, as if the nerves of her body were continually smoldering. The literary device in this quote is a simile. It is a simile because the vitality that is emerging from Myrtle and her nerves that are shouldering show the liveliness and happiness that she has. And this connects back to the thesis that talks about how the characters are looking for happiness, wealth, and satisfaction. The phrase immediately perceptible vitality shows that Tom is looking for the happiness and satisfaction in life, and this is how he forgets his morals. Even though it seems that Tom is just leaving Daisy in the dust, Daisy also forgets her morals to get material comfort and social status. After the reader sees all the drama between relationships with Daisy, it is shown that Daisy is lacking moral courage. She, in a way, is playing both Tom and Gatsby to seek her own social status and material comfort. And during this time, Tom and Gatsby both realize that. After she says she loves both of them in the hotel room, this conversation is started after Gatsby says things about his and Daisy's relationship, which gets Tom and Daisy rolling. This is shown when Tom and Daisy and Gatsby say, I did love him once, but I loved you too. Gatsby's eyes opened and closed. You love me too? He repeated. Even that's a lie, said Tom savagely. She didn't know you were alive. Why, there are things between Daisy and me that you'll never know, things that neither of us can forget. The literary device of this quote is repetition. It is repetition as it connects to when Gatsby says, you love me too. This is important because it shows the tension of the moment and how Gatsby is looking for affirmation from Daisy. This connects back to the thesis because Gatsby is looking for the satisfaction and happiness from Daisy that he put out from the bootlegging. The phrase, "I did love him once, but I loved you too," connects back to the thesis as it shows the reader that Daisy is playing both of them, like said above, and she's playing them just so she can get more wealth, happiness, and satisfaction. Because she can't just get it through one person, she needs to rotate. In conclusion, each character in The Great Gatsby is not perfect. Each character has a flaw, and each flaw comes from them forgetting their morals. This is still relevant in today's world, as many people forget their morals when it comes to relationships, sports, and academics. This can happen because people try to fit in and find connections, and when this happens, many people try to express themselves, and expressing themselves can lead to people forgetting the morals to try to fit in.